Welcome back to my channel, Birds and Bees. I'm going to be teaching you today how to do a more textured wig style look, and this one's a little bit different because I am not going to be editing it loads. I'm literally just going to be doing a real-time walking talk through. So this was just a basic cheap wig that I got off eBay. When you get them, they'll come with a bit of card around them to hold them in place and a net to make sure they don't get frizzy. The first thing I'll do when I get a new wig is I check the quality. I can usually tell good quality ones because they have this harder patch of lace on the top of your head. These bits at the back of the wig are little bits of elastic that you can hook in to adjust it to fit your head size. If you have a very small head, you can clip them both together, but I find that in doing this it does bunch up the wig at the back of your head. Wow, my hay fever is literally setting my asthma off just from talking right now. That is not healthy. So what I always do is I always have them two in because I know that that fits my head. Something I noticed was really strange about this wig is the parting. I've never seen a wig with partings like this. It's just the wefts have sort of been sewn with like a seam and it's sticking up in all directions, so I'm going to fix that a bit later on. But for now we're just going to stick it on my wig cap, and most wigs, like I said, most wigs don't have this kind of parting, so you won't need to worry about what I'm doing to flatten it down. But this is just sort of how you do it if, you know, you need to do it. But when you put a wig on your wig head, you will see the little tabs on your wig. Those are resting on your temples. You want to make sure those are level and nice and even, and then stick some pins around the edge, bright coloured ones so you know where they are, to make sure that it's held in place. One thing I really hate about super cheap wigs is they don't tend to have the temple bits, and those are really, really irritating to line up and they just fit weird on your head. So this is my new toy. It is a clothes steamer and I use it to steam down the hair if I want it to rest in a different direction. And as you can see, this has got this really random tuft bit and I want it to lie flat. So I'm just steaming that down. Like I said, most wigs won't need this. It's just because this one is a really weird design for some reason. So this is just to help everything lie a bit flat while I cut and I work with it. Also, I'm really sorry that you can hear me with each intake of breath. I'm trying out new microphone techniques so I don't just use my phone one, and this is my husband's gaming headset. Now that the awkward silence is over, be prepared, there will be more because this is a long video. I'm basically just running my hands through it, making sure there's nothing else I need to do before I get in there, and I'm just going to comb it through as well, just to double check. Let me know if you guys would like me to do more of these real-time wig styling with me videos, and I will do them. Let me know if you also want me to speed them up or slow them down or talk through it in more depth, and I shall. The first thing I do when I'm styling any wig is I get for the little sections by the temples that are going to curl just by my jawline, because this helps to disguise the fact it's actually a wig. It adds layers, it just makes it look more natural, and I'm going to curl that bit around my face as well, just to sort of bring everything forward and add some depth. When cutting, start in small sections and always move your scissors up and down as you make the chopping motion. You cut straight, you will get a really straight line with synthetic wigs, and it is very difficult to correct once done. As you can see, doing it in this way has left a lovely feathery edge and it looks nice and natural, and we're going to just basically work our way up doing that. Another technique I use very often is I will grab a bunch and I will just chop, chop, chop as I work my way down. And this helps give layers quicker. It's a quicker method, but it doesn't give me as much control.
And fog patches and showers early Friday, but improving to greater than 6 miles on Friday morning.
Stars shining bright above me. Night breezes seem to whisper.
Next, we're going to start working our way around the back. People have different head sizes and shapes, so it's very important you know what kind of length works for you and go from there. Something you never want to do is to cut close to the actual wig cap that holds the hair, because you will find that this will not cover your own hair. You usually need it to be longer than you think. You can always take more off, but you can't add it on. If you are unsure, take it off your wig head, put it on your own head, sort of measure out what you want, and then put it back on the wig head and cut it. Or cut it while it's on your head. Even better, put it on your head and get a friend to do it. If you trust the friend, of course. If you don't, then, you know, I wouldn't risk it.
Little dreamer.
When you are doing the sides, make sure that they are even to the other side, unless that's something you don't want. Obviously, if you're going for an asymmetrical look, then don't worry too much about having them be the same.
Sensational double thrill, stock car spectacular at 7:30 at noon.
For the bangs, I wanted side swept bangs, and something I learnt when I did hairdressing was to sweep it in the opposite direction and then cut straight across, but I found doing this with synthetic wigs doesn't actually work that well. So what I tend to do is I just hold it the direction that I want it to go, and then I do that zigzaggy, choppy thing all the way down. Move my scissors up and down, weird angle with my wrist to show you how I'm doing it, and chop, chop, chop.
If you found the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah. I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see, yeah.
Don't forget to layer those temples, and don't cut it too short, because you will regret it if you do not give yourself the long sideburns that make things look natural. Especially if you're doing a longer textured wig, you do not want short bits and then the rest to be long, because it just does not look right.
From our hearts, yeah, yeah. The ones we keep close, we should never let go. So tell me who you love, baby. Take a moment to unwind, fix yourself and realign yourself with the world, baby. Breathe slow, baby, yeah. Ooh. We should breathe slow, we should breathe slow, we should breathe slow.
Next, I'm going to put my hairdressers on, and hairdressers? That is not right. I'm going to keep that in there because I'm too lazy. I'm going to put my hair straighteners on it on the lowest setting, and we're just going to curl it and flick it in different directions. We're going to, whenever you sort of want to shape it into the head, you want to sort of curl it inwards like that, and that will help dome it around into your head to kind of look like your natural hair would do. I usually find once I've straightened it, there are bits that I want shorter. I don't usually like a lot of length at the ends. I like it to be featherier as it gets to the ends, less thick, more feathery. I don't know the words, so we're going with like bird references, cause hawks. get the picture, but you're literally just seeing me take off loads of length at the bottom and keep it all nice and cute. With that, I'm pretty sure that I am done, so be aware once you first put on a wig, it will not look how you want it to look. You've got to adjust and style it to fit you personally. We're gonna put it on now, forehead to forehead, and I'm gonna decide what I want to go where more now that I've got the basic shape down. Getting my scissors out again, I am going to now adjust the side bits to the length that I want, because I can now see it on my face and can get it to the exact kind of style and length I'm after. Same goes for the back. I decided I didn't like it that long at the back, so I decided to take little chunks off it to make it thinner. Moving on to the hair straighteners. Yes, hair straighteners, not hairdressers. We are going to curl the front bits into my face to make them all look like really cute. And also doing this, you will find if you curl the front of your hair into your face, it will cover up the edge of the wig a lot better and make it look more like natural hair. Just please be careful you don't burn yourself, you know, hold it away from your face and then just work your way in. You can always hold it into place while it's still warm, and once it cools it should do what it does best and stay in place, hopefully. Now I'm adding lots of little flicks and little curls into random places on the head. This is purely just aesthetic reasons. You can do what you like best, or if you've got a set character, follow the reference photos, but this wig wasn't for anyone in particular, so I was just having fun with it and getting it to sit where I wanted it to sit. One thing I always like to do is have the bit behind my ear and in front of my ear as separate things, so you can sort of tell the difference, and I can tuck parts behind my ear if I want to in the future. It's just sort of a little style thing that I'm very aware of when I'm cutting my wigs. Just literally adding some last minute curls. I know this is just the boring bit, but whilst you're actually doing this to me is my favourite bit because you have a lot more control over it. You are also seeing me trying my best not to sing along to the music in the background because you won't be able to hear that, but I could at the time, and yes, it was the Lego Movie 2 soundtrack. Don't judge me. And with that, we are done. If you check out my VCEE Beauty contact lens review, you will see I'm actually wearing this wig with a hat, so you can see the different looks that it has done. But yes, this is pretty much how it looks now it's done, and it looks a lot better than it was when it first started, which is a really long fringe down to my chin and sticking up in all directions. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to like and comment if you want to see any other future things or you have any suggestions for future videos. And I love you all. Bye!